The big news to end out this opening round of the 2025 NFL Draft. The New York Giants have traded back into the first round for the 25th overall pick with the Houston Texans. And at number 25 overall, the pick is now in for the G-Men. And it is indeed a quarterback. The New York Giants have drafted Jaxson Dart, the quarterback out of Ole Miss, with the 25th overall selection. Our second QB of night number one is now off the board. It is not Shedeur Sanders. It is the kid from Oxford, Jaxson Dart, the 25th overall selection made by the New York Giants. Joe, let's start with the trade itself and then the eventual pick. The Giants trade back into round number one and get Jaxson Dart. Do you like the move?
Well, I like the move to get a quarterback for the future, right? They didn't have to pick a number 3 overall based off of Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston being there, but to get into the top, 25 and pick Jaxson Dart, it makes sense moving forward. Can Jaxson Dart have the same type of career as Eli Manning? Only the Giant fans could hope, right? We'll see. I have concerns about Jaxson Dart. We talk about his big performances against elite competition, Alabama respectively, and some of the better defenses, college football playoff appearance on the line in Gainesville. He did not step up. Looked like a deer in the headlights. He put up dynamic statistics with Lane Kiffin. 29 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's mobile. But again, he's that guy. In order to play in New York, you need a certain type of mentality. That's the concern that I have. It could be Zach Wilson 2.0, only on a different team.
Okay, odds, Dart, Giants, Dart. It was real. It wasn't smoke. That building leaked it in clear as day. There are mock drafters out there like, I try not to do trades. Yeah, I got to do a trade here and get Jaxson Dart into round one to the Giants. If you're the Giants, how could you be upset with this haul? You got Abdul Carter and what had to be one of the top 2 quarterbacks on your board. He's the second that comes off the board here. I am interested with the way the market was moving. We discussed it on this show. At 26, were the Rams supposed to be the trade-up team? Or did the Giants know they needed to get in front of L.A.? And did they just steal L.A.'s guy? Or could Shedeur Sanders follow next?
The Rams are up next at 26th overall. But as we focus on that 25th overall pick, the New York Giants draft Jaxson Dart out of Ole Miss, a 3-year starter in the Grove. He won 28 games as a starting quarterback, the most wins by a starting QB in Ole Miss school history. Also set school career marks for total offense and passing yards. But blue and cap, it begs the natural question. Why do the Giants invest in Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston this offseason, trade back into the first round, to get a quarterback, that guy being Jaxson Dart? What say you?
Real quick on the details, Giants get pick number 25. Texans will get pick number 34, pick number 99, and a 2026 third-round pick. So that's the swap right there. Brian Daboll, known to be one of the top quarterback whisperers, if you want to use that term, on the entire planet. And he feels like Jaxson Dart, a guy who, as Joe said, you have to – I like his moxie. I think he'll be able to fight through some of the difficulties in New York, but – he has some sloppy technique, and maybe Daboll thinks he can help him fix it.
See, Mike, Jaxson Dart had one of these Bo Nix types of off seasons. I was at the Senior Bowl. Dart was great there. Really good combine. He had a good off season. This elevated him to the, as I said at the start of the show, late first, early second round consideration. So he went here. Now, the Giants, Mike, now have a future quarterback. You ask about Russell Wilson. He'll be the starter, okay? Now, Russell fizzled out, as you know, as a Steelers fan. They got to get Dart ready to play this season at some point. Rookie quarterbacks usually don't sit anymore. When I first started covering the league, this is when Aaron Rodgers and others, teams don't think that way anymore. So Russell Wilson's got to have to play well to keep the job.
Certainly a sense that Daboll and Joe Schoen are acting with some desperation, but getting Abdul Carter and Jaxson Dart in the first round, I have to give the Giants credit. That's a good way to set yourself up for 2025.